Asuna is the best waifu. Yo, you. Alright guys, here we are back again with another Anime Dimensions video. I noticed a lot of you guys ended up... Stop following me. No! Well, anyways, I noticed a lot of you guys actually dropped in to play the game since the last video. Anime Dimensions, it's actually hosting 14k players right now. And it's increasing by the refresh. So I decided that, well, since, you know, you guys are pretty trash at this game, probably, I gotta give you some tips. I gotta make this a tip video to help you guys get along and not just do what they're doing, running around sipping girls. Who's the best anime girl?
Sasa.
Anyways, let's get this started. First off, this game is an anime dungeon crawler game. I personally feel like the dungeons are as on par to Dungeon Quest as it possibly can be. The cherry on top is this is a freaking anime game. You got anime skins, anime attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 being your stronger attack, supposedly, with a longer cooldown. Whereas in 1 is your weaker attack with a shorter cooldown. Go to your bag if you want. Go to characters. You know, if you have multiple characters, click around, equip, and you can swap characters that way. Your skill set has changed. Animations as well. If you guys go to shop, you can actually use Robux to buy gems, diamonds, and they can help you purchase different characters. Obviously, the ones that cost more should be better, and the ones that cost less is the more default ones. And yes, you can buy gems, but at the same time, you can earn gems by quests. Complete your daily quests, finish them all, and you can get something close to 30 gems a quest, and you can save up and get your favorite anime character. And each time you level up, I think you get roughly 25 gems or 20 gems, and it does accumulate to be quite an amount to buy stuff. And of course, you're like, okay, I know how to get them, but what characters are good? And yeah, there's actually a location in this lobby right now where you can go to specifically and test out every single character free of charge. Character testing place. It's left of where you spawn. Right here, there's dummies, big dummies for big units that you'll be fighting, test dummies, normal units you'll be fighting, and of course, there's probably big boss units too. Bottom right, there's a character tab. You can swap to any of these characters absolutely free and test them out. Let's say you want to test out Todoroki, Ice Wall, Fire Fist, Firewall, Freezing Flames, or something like that. Oh crap. Anyways, you probably noticed this little button on the bottom, Q for dash. It's actually super important when it comes to playing. And we'll talk about more of that in a bit when we go into a dungeon run. Just make sure you guys get used to it because it is on a 3-second cooldown, which is pretty spammable. But at the same time, if you don't have it when you need it, you can die. There is a selection of characters, and so far as I know, there's also Sakura, which is actually a healing unit. Looking on up, there's HP bar, EXP bar, and then there's also drop EXP gold, boost bonuses, and then there's gems and gold. And there's your avatar with the level number on top. You can actually queue and dash around in the lobby if you wanted to, where other skills are locked and you can't. And then we have this free gem gold. It's pretty much where you AFK. Leave your character overnight, get gems, get gold. 350 gold per 5 minutes, 5 gems per 5 minutes. Alright, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go hop into the 2 available dungeons right now. Going here, where it says play, or just clicking the big play button. And you'll see join, where you can join other people's matches or create your own. I'm going to create my own, and there's 3 difficulties right now: easy, hard, nightmare. And at the bottom, you can choose hardcore to make it so you only have 1 life. If you die, it's over, but it gives you a 100% chance to get 1 extra drop. And at the little window right here under rewards, you can see the amount of units that's available plus the percentage of how rare they are. And by increasing the difficulty, the percentage of getting rarer units, the percentage for them increases. Alright, I'm gonna create. Is anyone gonna join me? If you're not over leveled like I am right now, where you can just kill mobs in a few hits, you want to gather them. Grab aggro, put them all together, and then use a skill, finish them off. And as you clear out certain parts of the map, newer parts will open up. And so far as I know, every map has 2 bosses. There'll be red shapes under the floor where it's pretty much where you get warnings on how to dodge specific attacks incoming. you have roughly around a second, maybe a little less, to just react. Just finish this guy first. And then we have some mobs here. Some of these mobs come at you and actually just punch you. So these are the ones I hate the most because there's no indicator of when they're going to hit you. And they're usually decently fast. They're slower than your character, but when you take turns, they end up catching up to you. And then we have this second type of unit where they just, they don't punch you directly, but they would put out indicators on the floor for you to avoid damage. Once again, guys, 3 types of units. Ones that just punch you, no indicators. Another one that doesn't punch you, but have indicators. And then there's bosses. Definitely time your cooldowns a little bit to maximize your farm, just because you can really gather them up. Oh, we finished it already? Okay, that was too fast. Couldn't even demonstrate it. All right, here's a boss. The first boss right here, what, Monstrous Titan? The first final boss, I mean, has 3 attack skills. You just gotta make sure you avoid those warnings. And from what I can tell, it's supposed to be darker red does more damage, whereas lighter red does slightly less. But getting attacked by it at all is not good. And of course, definitely go up to the boss and just drop some regular M1s, get a few hits down, and finish it off. I believe this is a hardcore, and I have a 2x item boost, so which means I get 3 items. Yeah, and technically, if you don't have a 2x item boost, plus if you're not playing hardcore, you only get 1 item. All right, now let's move on to the second map, just because I feel like it'd probably be a better indicator of how we should be playing. Okay, so here's a bit more pro tips, I guess. What I like to do, especially in the second map, because it's a better example when it comes to playing more efficiently, because how you gather your mobs and when you use your attacks, saving cooldowns is so important. So what I did for the first part of the map is I gathered 2 groups, brought it to my third, and then I used my special attack where I killed everything. What happens is I was able to kill 2 groups of mobs and be prepared for the third one pretty quickly, which saves on time. As you can see on the bottom, it says time. The timer goes down, and when it hits 0, you lose. Once again, guys, make sure you grab every single mob. Sometimes the ones on the corners just, they don't grab aggro very well, and you're gonna have a hard time. So that's 1 group, 2 group, and now I'm bringing it to the third group, where I can attack all at once. Obviously, if you can't tank like I can, don't do this. You know, it's really up to you guys on how much you want to bring together to use your cooldown skills. The higher level you are, the better items you have, the more you can tank. And I'm definitely saving my 4th skill almost all the time after I gather at least 2 groups of mobs, since they're on a really long cooldown. Leveled up, 25 gems. This is 25 per level, guys. Alright, this is my first boss in the second map, Demon Slayer map. You guys gotta watch out for these lines. I suggest, highly suggest, getting close to the mob, I mean the boss, because it really stacks on the warnings, the lines, the red squares, so you have a better chance of escaping. Save your dash, especially when it comes to this dash away. This is like really the only way to guarantee you can get out of some pretty painful damage. So this is specific to my unit right now, which is Rimuru, which I also think is probably one of the best units out right now. It does cost 1600 gems. You should not be able to get that without some pay to win, but he has a invincibility frame, invincible, right here on his unit, written right here. He's able to avoid any amount of damage done to him by just casting that. So if your character somehow has that, just make sure you use it intelligently, you know, when you're stuck, or yeah, choose it intelligently. I'm gonna gather 3 groups right here, 4 groups, and then kill them. And you do have to finish up 1 group before you move on to the next part of the map, because they won't spawn until that happens. Top right, there's damage and levels. Oh yeah, don't forget the M1 if you guys have, if you guys can. They do a significant amount of damage. All right, second boss. This one's a little tricky. Just make sure, if you get caught by that red line, you're probably gonna get hit at least one more time, if not twice. So just make sure you guys don't get hit by these red lines. This is one of those bosses where you kind of want to go in and out, and then when you're going right or left, please keep going in one direction. Specifically for Yakuza, this boss right here, just because if I was to turn around, I'm gonna get hit, and I don't want that. Go one direction when it comes to him using his, I guess, ground stabbing move. Yeah, If you're wondering what that is, that doesn't hurt you, but it buffs him. I think it gives him double damage. So watch out. And also guys, definitely know your attacks a little better. For me, for example, my first attack, Black Lightning, I can use it and hit in and move at the same time. Whereas in my second attack, Gluttony, it keeps me in place. So that means I can get hit, and I don't want that. So I gotta strategically use it. I'm gonna finish this guy off. It's pretty easy for me. My gear is pretty broken. Iframe. And that should be an easy finish. Yeah, then you can get your ranking. I got an A rank this time. Shows your damage, shows your time. Retry if you want, or just leave and go back to lobby. Alright, now that we have gone through both maps, I'm gonna go a bit more in-depth with the gear set, just because we're gonna take it up a notch. So first off, go to bags, and then go to cards. There's different rarities. There's legendary, there's epics, there's rares, there's uncommons, and then there's commons. And also there's a level too. So here's a $1 million question. Is let's say a level 21 legendary better than a level 26 common? No, it's not. The level here matters the most. The higher the level, the better the gear. Even a common level 26 will be better than a legendary 21. Does that make sense? And these levels, they're based off of your difficulties for the specific map that you got these rewards from. For example, why did I get level 26 cards? Because I was playing on Nightmare difficulty, requirement level 26. Now to take it a step further, every card comes at level 0, which you can upgrade with gold to level 25. Not every upgrade gives the same exact attribute, just like this one right here. I can upgrade it once, the next thing is attack. It's not health anymore. And if I upgrade again, it goes back to health. Anyways, as I upgrade these cards, and there is 25 levels total, I unlock a new bonus every 5 levels. So let's say I was going to upgrade this all the way up to level 5. I unlock a critical chance percentage. And if you guys want to check on your total amount of stats, go to your character, under stats, it should show your total attack, your total health, your attack percentage, which is a percent multiplier bonus, critical chance, critical damage percentage, your EXP bonus, your gold and HP regen, and your HP bonus in percentage. And I do have to point this part out specifically. Not every card has the same amount of bonus increases. What I mean is, my Dirt Yakuza here, his Dirt stat bonus is 5.5% EXP bonus. But if I were to go check out my other Yakuza, he doesn't even have any EXP bonus at all. So if you want to maximize and you've already gotten the best legendary card, you might have to farm even more legendary cards. And now there's another one. Where is it? We're gonna go to time challenge. Just look around the map, and the map is pretty small. I don't really think you need the righteous to get here. Okay, so actually beating time challenge, then meeting its requirements, you can actually unlock these virtues. They are technically the same as these regular cards, but let's go do one time challenge so I can give you guys some tips. See these rewards right here? Yeah, I think the rarest one is Virtue Itadori. Get 1 reward every 100 enemies defeated. Seems pretty easy, right? Alright, so this is like gummy bears. That's what they look like, okay? If you can stay in the middle as much as possible, you should be able to maximize your kills. And you do want to, because every 100 kills gets you a Virtue, which is pretty much the same thing as a card, which is pretty much the same thing as an equipment, an armor that you can wear. But since your cooldowns are pretty limited, at some point you might feel overwhelmed. So here's my tip. Cross the bridge and go over to this lane right here. So this way, what happens is you give yourself some distance between all the mobs as they spawn. They'll still come after you. They're auto tracking you anyways. And you can use dash to get further away and just keep using your attacks. And this way you can get some time to regen your HP. And when you feel comfortable again, you can go back into the middle and, you know, farm. Pretty much what you'll do here is just rinse and repeat. And depending on your kill, and depending on the amount of units you kill, you can get a certain amount of cards. Alright, I'm gonna carry on with this and just try to muscle through 5 minutes of this. S rank. I think I could have done better, but I don't know. I wasn't really trying. Alright folks, so I got a legendary Itadori. I wasn't expecting to, but I'll just max it out right here for your sake. It's essentially the same main stat as a legendary nightmare unit. All right, we came back to this again because I felt like I had better tips to give you guys for this part of the map. Grab the units here from right and then the left, and then grab the ones on the left again. Well, I don't know, just grab them. And now you can use this part of the map to distance yourself quite a lot, so you don't have to worry about getting damaged. Yeah, this is free game. You can walk up here, you can jump up here and attack from here. You can also make use of these fences too. Alright folks, that's pretty much it for today's video. Like I said, a big question if you were to ask me, I think Rimuru is the best unit. It's an opinion. I haven't had a chance to really test out everyone else, so take that with a grain of salt. But if you watch my first video and you watch this video, you should technically have a good idea on how good or bad Rimuru is. There. That's probably the biggest question people are asking. Anyways, like, share, subscribe, turn on your post notifications for more videos on this game or any other game you guys want me to make tutorials for. I don't really do those anymore. I know I'm a little bit more serious when it comes to tutorials. Make sure to use star code Kelvin when you guys are buying Roblox. Support the channel. I really appreciate that. And holy smokes, we're at 666k right now. I'm kind of freaking out. Subscribe now. Help us pass this curse. Help us survive the night. Yep, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.